Clerk, please call the roll.
Alder Wood.
Here.
Alder DePula.
Here.
Mayor O'Connor.
Here. Is there a motion to approve the minutes of the March 18th and April 15th meetings?
Motion approved. Second.
Any corrections or additions?
No.
Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Minutes are approved. There are no appearances. There is no unfinished business. First item under new business, consideration of Resolution 24-6-2711, approval of a 3-year police school resource officer agreement between the City of Monona, the Monona Grove School District, and the Village of Cottage Grove. Is there a motion to approve this?
Motion to approve. Second.
Chief.
Good evening. Our current agreement with the school district ends this year. The outgoing superintendent reached out to me and expressed that the school board was interested in renewing a contract. They actually go to vote on this on Wednesday, June 12th, a meeting which I will be at. However, this agreement starts, well, if agreed upon by all parties, starts on July 1st. So hence me coming to this committee and then the council for first read tonight with the second read, which will hopefully be after the school district approves it. I have gotten an early indication that that is likely what is to happen from the school district, but you never know. So I'm here to answer any questions about it. What you were provided, the changes between the current policy, or current agreement with the new agreement is only that what's highlighted in yellow, if you have a color version. Everything else stays the same. And this was reviewed by City Attorney Cole.
Any questions?
I guess just, how's that going in general?
It's going well. I think, I certainly tried to highlight some of the positive contacts that our SRO has made at council meetings. It's noted in a monthly report that we produce. The SRO has their own section in which we try to highlight some of the contacts that the SRO has had. The information I got from the superintendent is that the program as it's working now under the new agreement as in the last 3 years since we've sort of rehashed the role and responsibilities of the SRO, has worked very, very well. The school district, I'm told by their superintendent, is happy, and from my perspective, we are happy as well.
I think that's
Good.
great, because considering a couple of years ago, I know it wasn't even necessarily
Yes, you're right,
done
Mayor.
deal,
You're right, Mayor, and a lot of that, I think both of us, both the police department and the school district took ownership, because that was instances in which, if you recall, the school district pays for the SRO salary while they're in the school, and so there was not a lot of buffer in between of the police administration getting involved with decisions that were being made after the SRO was tapped by a teacher and said, hey, write this ticket, right? There's now a lot more buffering, the onus is really now on the school district to handle school-related behavior. Anything egregious or significant typically gets run by the assistant chief or myself for a decision if we are to take that or not and take enforcement action. But most of the instances will involve a school consequence. Now, if the school comes to us and says we've exhausted, all, in-school consequences, we've tried detention, we've tried what we could, and with those resources available to us, then that's when we take it.
Oh, that's great to hear. I mean, I think that's kind of what people were hoping, that there'd be more, what's the word? Anyway, that it would work better.
It's working.
Accountability, that's so crazy.
That's good. Patrick, did you have anything?
I know.
Okay, do we have a motion?
Yeah.
Okay, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Thank you. Thank you for keeping track of that, Alderwood. Next item, consideration of Resolution 24-6-2712, approval of participation in a Wisconsin Bureau of Transportation Safety Grant titled 2024 Speed Grant Task Force. Is there a motion to approve this?
Motion to approve. Second.
Chief.
The police department, the city of Monona, is being offered $4,200 in their participation in the 2024 speed grant. Just as a reminder, we're part of a sort of a regional area-wide task force, meaning that it's just not us. We're splitting a sum of money that the state is offering us to address speed-related driving behavior. We're part of a group that includes Cottage Grove, DeForest, McFarland, Oregon, Stoughton, and Verona. And we are receiving $1,200 more this year as an agency. Just Monona is receiving $1,200 more this year than we did previously. So from $3,000 that we received, we're getting $4,200, and we will get through that no problem if this committee and council approves.
Any questions?
Is this a smaller amount than past years, or am I thinking of the other grants maybe?
Yeah, so we get $10,000 for seatbelt, and we get $7,500 or so for OWI, and those are actively going on right now.
Yeah.
So speed has typically been on the smaller side. It has been larger in years past, I'm told, but since COVID, things have dropped down a little bit. But we still have funding that we utilize for the other grants that are triple the amount.
Okay.
That's what I was wondering, how this related to the other grants. I forgot that those were, the other one was OWI.
Yeah.
Any other questions? Hearing none, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Next, thank you. Next, item C, consideration of resolution 24-6-2714, authorizing the borrowing of $1.2 million in single payment taxable general obligation notes. Is there a motion to approve this?
Second?
Mark?
Yeah, this is, we're doing a short-term note with Monona State, or Lake Ridge Bank, related to a purchase we had for TIF number 6. There was 2 purchases. One was covered by the funds already, and this second one will just be covered by TIF 6. We'll refinance this once in early next year, once we go out for borrowing for the North Point and Whitehorse developers agreements in early next year.
Any questions?
I have one.
Doug?
What's a single payment?
We just make one payment at the very end, so.
We make one payment? Oh.
Yeah, just,
Okay.
that's what they were calling it, the bank was calling it, so I just put it.
So we pay interest up for some period.
Pay interest and the last time we'll make the payment.
When would that be?
Refinance it.
When is the?
So we have, it's probably gonna be March. We're working with Jeff Belangi to kind of set when we're gonna borrow for North Point and Whitehorse, so we kind of want
All
it
together?
all
Okay.
together, so we just want to do a little bridge.
Oh, okay. So, okay, got it.
Okay. Any other questions? Would the clerk please call the roll?
Alder DePula.
Aye.
Alder Wood.
Aye.
Motion passes. Final item, acceptance of general fund accounts payable checks dated May 3rd to the 30th, 2024. Documentation of invoices paid is available in the city clerk's office. Mark?
Yeah, so I'm not gonna go into a lot of detail here, unless you guys have something you're concerned with. I know we talked a little bit about the overall financial outlook on last meeting, so I just kind of want to hit on just a couple things. Just a lot of the stuff in here is course of business or relates to any capital projects. You know, page 34 is our Lake Ridge Bank credit card. You know, it's about $10,000 a month. That's a lot of small things that add up. With that, page 37, pumps, tire services. We had a bunch of new tires, some balancing work there that adds up.
Mark, I've got a couple of questions about 2 items. One's on paying the same vendor, page 25 and page 32, and maybe this will have to wait till Dan comes back in, but we're paying GLS for private utility locates. What are those, and why aren't we just doing them with staff?
They're from the rec,
Special events.
yeah.
Pardon?
I guess we'll have to talk to Jake, because one's Jake's and one's Dan's, right? What's the other page? Page
25 and 32.
2. That's a good question. I will look into that, why they're not using
And
ours.
actually, Dan's here right now.
It's related to Jake's stuff. so,
Oh, okay,
yeah.
all right.
I have a question too.
Patrick?
Amazon Capital Services, what do we use that for?
What's that?
Amazon Capital Services? Is
Uh,
that like a payment system or?
it's basically like a credit card.
Oh, it is?
Yeah,
Gotcha.
and mainly Parks uses that as their one of their main ones.
Okay, gotcha. So that's a credit card.
Yeah. Let's see, there's one other thing I wanna- there's so much of it is one list I want to hit.
Can I ask another question about that?
Sure.
Do we pay that balance off monthly?
Yes.
We do, okay.
Yeah, I don't really have a lot. Page 54, that's one hit on that. City of Madison Treasurer, Edward Avenue cost share, this is the final payment for that project, so we came in a little bit under budget on that project.
That's always a good thing.
At the very top, another one, Becker Professional Services. It's a lot of the TIF stuff that's been going on. It gets charged to TIF, so it just, everybody knows that's a TIF eligible cost. And that's all I really had.
Any other questions? Is there a motion to accept the bills?
Motion to accept.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Any staff updates?
I do not have any.
Okay. Then is there a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
We are adjourned.
And all of a sudden, my computer started working.
What? It's gremlins or something.